Hey, so I just finished watching The Wolf of Snow Hollow like a couple days ago, but for some reason I kept forgetting to put up a review of it despite my loving it. Uh, I'll just get it out of the way. I give the movie a 9 out of 10, which puts it very firmly and easily on the fifth spot of my top five favorite movies of last year. Uh, Yeah. So that means I have five very easily recommendable well, not easily recommendable, but like I have solidified like five movies that like are much better than the rest of last year, which I'll recount at the very end of the video. But first I want to talk about this one since I hadn't yet on this channel. I have talked about the others. So first of all, this movie's a very good tonal juggle, just like the writer director star Jim Cummings' previous movie, Thunder Road, where that one also had to balance comedy and drama, but this one also throws into the mix, uh, just werewolves. And just like sort of thriller and horror as well into the tonal jumble, but it works. It works really really well. Uh my only complaint for the movie is that it feels a little too familiar with Thunder Road. If you've already seen that, it's literally the exact same story template, and the star is still playing the exact same character he was playing in that movie, and he even goes through all the same plot points, it feels like. But it's given that extra bit of flavor and that extra tang of weirdness that was missing from his previous movie by throwing in like the werewolf thing storyline. That makes it feel fresh and unique. That makes me way more than willing to forget about that. There's some very good performances in the movie, comedic, dramatic, and otherwise. I think I said that the movie is extremely funny. The mystery is very surprising and satisfying, and its and turns are very good. Uh, yeah, it definitely surprised me with a lot of the way that the story went. I won't go into spoilers here, though, since it is a mystery movie. The movie kind of operates as like a weird crime comedy, almost. I didn't really feel that was like a horror movie, kind of as it was advertised, because like I was laughing way too frequently for it to be like scary, and it felt like more of a satire of the horror genre because everyone is so incompetent at everything, and the movie points this out a lot. Like all the people that die seem to get themselves killed, and it's really their own fault that they die because they just act like typical horror characters where they're dumb, but it's more so presented like it's on purpose, sort of like chastising the genre, but also creating humor out of it. Like a character when they're getting chased by a werewolf, instead of like going back into their van, they just start like slamming on the side of their van, like creating noise, like trying to get in, but like it's just them acting idiotic like all these other like manic victims and all these other movies. And it does pay tribute to a lot of other like icy thrillers like these. Uh yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff going on here. I love the character dynamics. The movie does have multiple different types of comedy. Like, it starts out more deadpan, but then it gets a little more in your face as it goes on, as it kind of gets more and more wild. It does take a little bit of time for the before the comedy comes in. I'd say it takes like 20 minutes before like it starts getting to the go of not just the plot but also the comedy, where it's just like too many jokes are being thrown at you and you really have to pay attention to what's going on, but at the same time it's still like more than a laugh a minute. It's like you're constantly laughing, just like with Thunder Road, even though the things that are happening are still like really thematically emotional and kind of depressing. uh But it's a really good movie. I definitely recommend it. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to mention. The editing is very odd, but I like it. How since it's pretty predictable who will end up being the victims, they intersplice multiple scenes within one scene. So, like, the murder, the cops reacting to the murder, and the funeral of the victim are all one big scene, but they keep bouncing between the three scenes before any one of them finish. And it's interesting because, like, the character's gonna die. So seeing their own funeral and seeing the cop reacting to their body before we've even seen said person die is very interesting. Uh, and it has a very comedic tone to it, but it's very like darkly comedic. And it's a very new kind of satire. I feel like it's just very well handled. There's lots of great edits in there for sure. The cast is all great in it for sure. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. Uh, what else is there to mention? There's so much to mention in this movie. I just wanted to make sure I got it all. Uh, oh man, there was something else. I'm trying to remember what it was. Uh, what was it? I hate when I get to this part where there was something I had in the back of my mind that I was telling myself to remember. And it's like, yeah, I'll get to it after I finish this thought. And then when I finished the thought, I forgot what it was. Uh, Give me a minute. Man, I am blanking really bad. Uh, there isn't a lot of action in the movie. Uh, it kind of feels withholding because of its indie appeal and it's kind of low budget. But it kind of mostly works because it's like working as a mystery. Uh, I'm trying to think of all the things that I said while watching the movie. Because I know I had a lot to say. The main character is extremely sympathetic. Uh, Gosh, this is really bothering me that I can't think of the thing I was trying to think of. Yeah, I might just need to end the review because my brain is having a fart, and I'm very upset about this. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think it was related to the ending. I think it was something close to the beginning that I wanted to say. Like one of the first things I noticed about the movie that was different than what I originally thought. This is making me angry. Um, I guess another thing is this isn't your traditional werewolf movie, but I don't want to go into why because that would mean spoilers. Um, that was part of what I was trying to go into when I said you don't see a lot with the werewolf attacks and the violence overall. The movie's got a great sense of atmosphere. There's good cinematography in the movie for sure. Uh, Man, this just peeves me off, man. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'll just end this here. I'm sorry.